Hi everyone, long time no see. It's been quite a while since I have really been on these social medias. I say these related to any of my Ferret content at all. If you are at all familiar with this channel, if you've been around, you've watched my previous videos, you will immediately know that I'm in a different room. There's a lot that has happened since I sort of left for a bit. A lot of life updates, so I figured I would take time today to make this video to just go through what's happened, where we're at, what the ferrets are doing, and yeah, just go through everything, you know, because a lot's happened. Not all of it good, some good, some bad, but yeah, I'm not 100%, to be quite clear right now, I'm not 100% sure if I am coming back to ferret content on YouTube. Definitely probably not my Instagram because of reasons I'm going to explain, but I do miss making the videos, and come here baby, I miss making the videos, and it would be nice to at least sort of like post one like occasionally, even if it's not like a regular thing like I tried. But yeah, so where to begin? First things first, like I said, as you can see, we moved. No longer renting. We bought a house, and this is the ferret room. They have their own room still. That is always a priority when we were looking to move, is that the ferrets have their own room and their own space where they could fully free roam and be safe. So yeah, that's why it all looks different. If you see my previous videos, then you'll know what their room looked like before. That's why it looks different. So that's the first sort of big change. Onto like the good and bad news mixed together. Again, if you have watched my previous videos, you'll know that I had two ferrets. I had Pierre, who is in my lap right now. He's in my lap, I'm holding him, and Squeak. Squeak unfortunately passed away early this year due to heart disease. He was diagnosed late last year, and we sort of tried medication and such, but he had a pretty sharp decline beginning of this year, so he passed away. He's 3.5, I think, if I remember correctly. And Pierre here turns 7 in September, so he's an old baby now. You can tell like he's definitely a lot slower, and he just wants to cuddle, really. You just want to cuddle now, don't you? That's all you want to do. Not quite as lively as he used to be in previous videos. It's so weird looking back at my old videos and be like, that was him? Oh, you little rat bag. Before Squeak passed, I adopted a third ferret called Waffles, who I think is asleep somewhere. I'll get him out shortly. He's a sable like Pierre. He's a little smaller than him. He just turned 5. He's very, very cute, very sweet, and he's also a big cuddler. And the idea was that because Pierre wanted to keep playing, but Squeak wasn't really in the, he didn't have the ability to play anymore, so I adopted him, hoping that he would sort of be, you know, similar age to Pierre, hopefully blend in. It's been a rough process. They're sort of finally at a stable point where they're not like, Pierre's not picking on him anymore, but that's because I will introduce him now. I then, after not long after Squeak passed, I thought there's a lot of the dynamic shifted, and I thought it would be good for them if I adopted a third one. I didn't feel 100% ready for it in my heart, but I thought that it might be good for them. So I adopted a third ferret, whose name is Donnie, from your RSPCA. He's so cute. He's currently right here. Hey, baby. Can I show you off? Yeah. So this is Donnie. He's about a year old. Gone from rescue in RSPCA, and he is such a little sweetheart. We've been having issues with him. So been having issues with oh, what's the word? Acclimatizing. That's not the word. Basically, sorting out the hierarchy where Pierre and Waffle are obviously asserting their dominance, and Waffle is overreacting a little bit. I'll explain in another video at some point because it's a lot. But it's been a very rough ride. He's only been here for like a month, so you know it can take months, obviously, as experienced owners know. It can take months for ferrets to acclimatise and get to know each other, be comfortable and all that, so I'm not expecting them to be besties immediately. Oh my baby, no I'm not, it's okay. But it's definitely been a pretty rough few weeks. It's alright. But yeah, so this is Donnie, and like I said, I will show Waffle in a moment when I find him. Yeah, it's been interesting in terms of like my personal life. I still work. I'm working sort of 4 days a week, so not quite full time, not quite part time. Will you leave him alone? He just wants to cuddle. This is what I mean, like, no, leave him alone. It's very gorgeous. Yeah, and that's why, and I'm trying to do a lot of other things in my life, like my lots of hobbies, you know, again, looking after this lot. We moved, so that was like the whole thing around Christmas. So like there's a lot of just things going on, which is why I took a step back from content creation, even just as a hobby. Like, this is a hobby, I enjoy it, but it kind of took a backseat compared to all the other things that I do enjoy as well. You know, it's like I have work, I have my art, I'm doing clay, I'm doing volume. There's a lot of things that I want to do, and this is just a thing that kind of sat back. Which reminds me that the other thing that you will probably have noticed, again, if you're familiar with my stuff, is that I don't have my business anymore. That is because I just didn't have the time or energy for it. With prices of everything rising, I wasn't able to keep prices accessible for people and still like actually pay for things. So it's like I just had to pause it. Like I said, maybe in the future when I'm at a more stable position I will open it back up. It's not a forever thing, never say never on anything, but right now it's definitely just like not for a foreseeable future. My business is shut, and I'm sorry if people are disappointed, but there's so many amazing businesses for ferrets out there now. You know, there's so many amazing crafters and all that, and I think there's plenty of selection out there. So I'm not, yeah, it's just, I would love to carry on, and like I said, hopefully maybe in the future, but right now I just want to focus on my creative stuff elsewhere, and yeah, and just focus on my boys, because it's, especially with when Squeak was ill, it was a really rough like 6 months from when like he started getting ill to when, you know, he passed. Making sure he's taking his medication, because I struggle to take my own medication, so very much like making sure he takes it as well. Can you leave your brother alone? And you try not to stress him out, keeping an eye on him. All the dog spoilers. I spent so much money in vet bills, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was kind of just, and ultimately I had to make the decision to put him down, which I don't think I could do again. I'd say it was traumatic, but I don't want to sound like I'm being dramatic. That's not that rhymes. I don't want to feel like I'm being dramatic, but like legitimately, I couldn't sleep. It felt awful. I might make a separate video about what that experience was like. Luckily, my vets were lovely. They walked me through everything really well. It was horrendously expensive. Can we not act up while I'm recording? Thank you. It was horrendously expensive, but luckily I always have savings for these guys. So if you want to insure, keep or save for your pets, no matter what. It was really hard, and I feel like I just didn't really, I feel like I'm only just sort of coming out to that point. You know, if you've ever had ferrets that are like sick or decline quickly, then you know sort of what I'm talking about. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this here. I have a lot of things I do want to talk about in more depth in separate videos, and hopefully I will get around to that. I might do a little tour of the room. It's a small room, but like there's a lot of things and bits and pieces. And can we stop? Oh my god, I'll show you Waffle before I do end video. I think he's asleep currently. Oh, Waffle, he's in here. Hello, baby. Waffle just recently had a tooth removed, so he's a little funny bunny. Yes, you are. Mwah. Mwah. All my boys are incredibly cuddly. I like to do, so I'm gonna fight one moment. Now, I would like to do an introduction video properly for Waffles and Donnie. Donnie likes to go on walks, so I'll probably film that. Lots of things that, like I said, hopefully I will do. Can't guarantee when, how, what, when, why. But yeah, just kind of doing what I want when I want. Oh, Pierre, you've been around for so long, haven't you? When it's like 3 house moves. Yeah. Alright, I'll actually end it now. Thank you for sticking around this long, and you know, if this video's popped up and you've never seen my face before, go give some of my previous videos a watch so you know who I am and who I'm talking about. And in honour of my baby Squeak. Yeah, I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Alright, bye.